I thank the Chairman and Madam Attorney General. Thank you so much for being here. Does an individual need a security clearance to review or have access to classified material?
Congressman, that issue will be dependent upon the agency for whom they worked and the nature of the work that they did.
Can you give me an example where you don't need a security clearance to view classified material?
No, I believe, as I was going to say, they would, but the type of clearance varies with every agency, and the agency would make that decision and determination.
Is it legal or illegal to share classified information with somebody who doesn't have a security clearance?
Congressman, it depends on the facts of every situation. You'd have to determine how that sharing occurred. You'd have to determine the means. You'd have to determine, the reason, the intent. Certainly, depending upon how you view the statute, it could go any number of ways.
So you think there is a scenario in which you could share classified information with somebody who doesn't have the requisite security clearance?
No, I would not draw that conclusion. I would say that I'm not able to answer it as a hypothetical, but that there are a number of factors that would go into the decision, and one could have any number of results.
Is it legal or illegal to provide access to somebody who doesn't have the requisite security clearance to view classified material?
To provide access?
Yeah.
Again, I'd need more facts on the hypothetical, but I would look at a number of things, and depending upon how you reviewed it, it could go any number of ways.
Is it legal or illegal to store, house, or retain classified information in a non-secure location?
Again, I would refer you to the statute. One could, in fact, have liability, again, depending upon the nature and facts and circumstances.
Do you have any examples of where it's legally acceptable to retain classified information in a non-secure location?
I don't have a hypothetical answer for that.
Is it legal or illegal to provide false testimony under oath?
There are a number of statutes that cover that, both at the federal and state level. There are a number of ways in which that could be found.
There's a difference between prosecuting something and whether it's legal or illegal. You know, these questions are pretty simple, and we've got millions of people with security clearance. How are they supposed to go through the gyrations that you've laid out in order to make a simple determination?
Congressman, if we had a specific fact situation or fact pattern, that could be reviewed.
I'm just asking,
when it comes to a hypothetical situation, it would be unfair to come up with a blanket answer to someone without reviewing all the facts of their situation.
I'm asking if it's legal or illegal to share classified information with somebody who doesn't have a security clearance.
Again, I would refer you to the appropriate statutes, and I'd refer you to the facts of every situation. It would be unfair to give a blanket answer to every hypothetical.
Why aren't we telling all the federal employees and contractors who have access to classified information, those in our military, why aren't we telling them, you can't do this, it's against the law? Why can't you say that?
We give them guidance. Again, every agency does. We give them examples. We give them information as to how to make those decisions. We show them. And again, every information
why is the law not sufficient guidance? You believe, is there a flaw in the law? Or is there a suggestion on the law? I mean,
I don't have a comment on the state of the law. My answer is that
somebody asked me to consult an attorney, and you are the Attorney General. And I think you're sending a terrible message to the world, to those people who are trying to make some simple decisions. The lack of clarity that you give to this body, the lack of clarity on this issue is pretty stunning. These seem like simple issues. Let me ask you, the team that you talk about in the Secretary Clinton email scandal, outside of the FBI, who was on that team that you refer to that made the recommendation?
As I indicated before, they would be career prosecutors.
Okay, so they're prosecutors. Anybody else on the team that was a participant in the investigation?
Not to my knowledge. I'm not sure if you're referring to anybody else. Can you give me some further context for that?
I don't know, like if they go back and do security clearances, determine classification, whether it's secure or non-secure, I would think that there'd be somebody outside of the FBI that would help you make those determinations. Well,
the Department of Justice team would be Department of Justice employees.
I'm trying to ask specific to which departments within the department. I mean, Department of Justice is a large organization, right? FBI is part of that. Prosecutors are part of it. Who above and beyond prosecutors and the FBI was involved in this investigation?
As I've indicated before, the DOJ team was composed of the career lawyers and seasoned agents in there. I'm not sure if you're asking about something outside of DOJ.
I didn't know if there was another unit or other people that were part of it. That was my question. My time has expired. I wish I had about 20 more minutes. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.